Great day, great life, great now, beautiful Vibrillionaire soul family. Loving, living the Vibrillionaire soulpreneur love style revolution of consciousness. Here we are for day 11 of the 100 Days of Gratitude for September 12th, 2024. And today is a very special message, and I got a very special image that I'm going to be sharing today because I've been holding back, Michael's been holding back, and it's time to speak out. And Michael's going to share something very vulnerable but very transformational. And I have my mother here right next to me because she doesn't even know what this is going to be about. And I told her that if she wants to be on the camera the whole time, and she said, just bring me on whenever I come on. There's our beautiful mother.
Hello.
So I'm going to bring her on. I'm going to bring her on in a minute. We just had our session, right, Mama?
Yes.
How was it?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Amazing, magical, huh?
Amazing, magical.
Yep. She tuned into her mom, her grandma, her great-grandma. Such a beautiful session. So, here we go. You good? What's going on? You good? Okay. You can come down. So, my sister's like, I don't want to make noise. Even though her brother's like, I don't want noise. Come on. So, I wanted to share a special message today because I'm so beyond grateful as these 100 Days of Gratitude has been to focus on 100 Days of Gratitude. And one of my most grateful things of life is what I call the divine conspiracy of one love, universal consciousness. I'm going to repeat that again because we have a little bit of background noise, but that's what happens when you visit family. I call it the divine conspiracy of one love consciousness. And one thing, and this is the Vibrillionaire soulpreneur love style revolution. And the one thing that I wanted to mention to you, and I did write some things down that I'm gonna share, but I wanted to share before I continue is our Samadhi intro because I haven't shared that for many years, and I'm going to be sharing much more of that. It's welcome to Samadhi, where it's not only about positivity, it's not only about negativity, it's about something much more raw, real, organic, genuine. It's about authenticity. It's about the real you that you were born, designed, and destined to be. And the greatest secret of all secrets, is that you already are that right here, right now. But if you're not experiencing that, then you're believing a story, you're believing a belief system that really does not align with the truth of your being. And you're here to reawaken that truth, not only in yourself, but be a beacon of that light, that luminous essence of awakening, that it goes beyond words, and it goes beyond talking about it. It's about exemplifying that love consciousness. So this is why I call it the divine conspiracy of one love consciousness. So, going into it. We are all God. Whoa, I'm already hearing people say, whoa, what are you talking about? Let me continue. And if something offends you, ask yourself, what is that part of you that feels offended? Because it even offended my mother. Do you remember when I used to say that, Mom? Mm-hmm. I am God, I am God. Yeah. But it was coming from this ego, like I am God, instead of like I am God, everything is God, everything is one. And this is really what the Bible represents as seek ye first the kingdom. Because there's only one kingdom. And even Jesus said, what? This kingdom is not, my kingdom is not of this earth. My kingdom is from within. He said the kingdom is within. So, what I wanted to share is that we are all God. I'm going to say that again. We are all God. Manifested in physical form. There's nothing you can be or not, there's nothing you can do or not do to be who you are. Trust me, Michael tried. Michael tried to, what do you call it? To prove that that's not true. Michael tried to prove that love is not true. Michael tried to prove that God is not true. Michael tried to prove that Michael was not worthy of none of this truth. It could be true for everyone else, but it couldn't be true for Michael. And there's a lot of you that feel like that. In a perfect universe, in a perfect existence, where if you look at nature, it follows this beautiful pattern, the Fibonacci sequence, the Fibonacci pattern. It's this beautiful flower of life, this beautiful spiral. We have it in our hair, have it in our fingers, we have it everywhere in our bodies. On our feet, our toes, And every cell of our body vibrates this vortex energy. Everything is perfect. The universe is perfect. The sun is perfect. Everything is perfect. Nature knows that everything is perfect. That's why it surrenders to something greater than its little self. But yet humanity, we've taken this little self and we've created what we call God. And what I mean by this is, oh yeah, my story, my personality, my belief system is more powerful, more positive, more beautiful than yours, more justified than yours. And this is why we have wars at home. This is why we have wars in society. This is why we're manifesting our World War III. This is the cause of all wars, is to believe the ego is God. We might not say, oh, we don't want to believe we are God, so what do? We believe that this identity is more realer than God, because we put this identity before God, and we're like, oh, when I get this, I'll be happy. When I live this life, I'll be successful. When I get there, I'll be enough. Instead of realizing you are more than enough right now. So again, we all are God, manifested in physical form. Yet how often are we completely convinced that our stories, our personalities, and our external lives are more real than the soul underneath it all? Does that resonate with you? Do you believe that your life and your experiences are more real than the life that breathes and beats your heart and thrives your whole body? It's in charge of every single cell of your body. Imagine if you had to be in charge of your breath. You would forget to breathe. But yet there's something much more profound than the little you that you think you are. And this video is just the start of what Michael is going to be focused on, is to convince you, to convince yourself, to surrender to the truth that you are God. And believing that you are God does not make God less. That's like saying that if I love myself more, I'm not going to be faithful to God. Actually, if you love yourself more, you're going to be more faithful to God, because you're going to shine and you're going to illuminate from the deepest parts of your being that the unconscious is not going to run your story. The unconscious is not going to convince you of a perspective or a belief that is not true. Because if any of you have done the work, you know that when you transcend a belief, it's like, oh, I couldn't believe I used to believe that way. And we all have done that. As we grow up, we transcend these belief systems. And as I like to give an example, you can't convince a 4-year-old that they're 4-year-old on the day of their birthday. The day of their birthday, they are 5, and there's nothing you could do to change their idea of how young they are. And if we had that conviction of a belief that we are God, with that level of conviction, we would manifest the kingdom of peace, of love, of unity, of compassion, of truth on earth. But because we believe the ego is more real than God, we don't want to say we're God, but yet we say we're God, not saying we're God to justify, not to accept the truth of our being. I know it's a little tongue twister. So we become so wrapped up in the external chase for success, happiness, and truth that we forget who we truly are at the core. But there's something much deeper, much, much more deeper. And today, I'm deeply grateful for what I call the divine conspiracy of one love, universal consciousness. You can fill in the blank right there. Universal consciousness, God consciousness, source consciousness, divine consciousness, Buddha nature, Krishna consciousness, Allah consciousness, Jehovah consciousness. Whatever your faith is, you can fill that in. But the beauty is, are you feeling it from love, or are you feeling it from fear? Because if you're feeling it from love, then whatever that is, you're going to magnify the truth of your being. But if you're coming from fear, praying from fear, fighting with other people because of fear, there is no greater person than another. It's all one consciousness. This is a truth that transcends the illusions of the material world, the chase for temporary pleasures, and the identity we've built around our egos. What identity have you built around your ego? And I know even asking that question, it's like, I don't want to look at that. Because looking at that means I need to take responsibility for my energy? No, this person has to change. No, that government institution has to change. No, I have to wait till I get to that point so that I can feel the love and the truth of my being. When it's right here, right now. Evangelist Jamie Harper, great to see you, beautiful mirror. So good to see you. How are you? So beautiful to see you. So yeah, are we chasing temporary pleasures and the identity we've built around our egos? I mean, do we ever ask ourselves that question? Why is the way that I think? Why is the way that I feel? Who is in charge of my feelings? Because when we don't own our feelings, meaning I can feel what I'm looking for out there. Can you turn that off, please? Thank you, sis. I'm almost done, okay? When I can take responsibility of the way that I feel, love you. When I could take responsibility about the way that I feel, I won't need to watch TV. I won't need to watch the media or the news to feel what I'm choosing to feel. And some of us are choosing to feel judgment and things like that so we can say the problem is more real out there than in here. And this is contributing to the problem. So, as Samadhi, we guide powerful coaches, leaders, and high-performing souls, meaning you. We are all high-performing souls beyond the surface, beyond the pleasures of external life, beyond the story of the ego, to a place where they can harmonize their head and their heart and reconnect with their true self. Because we're all looking to reconnect with that true self. We call it the child of God consciousness, the love consciousness. We're all looking for that. We're either looking for it in a person, we're looking at in some accomplishment, some destination. Oh, once I go on vacation, I'll be happier. And we work throughout the year, and then we go on vacation, and we can't even leave our job where it is. We take our job wherever we go. The question is, what can we do about this? Because there is a life beyond what the ego offers. A life beyond life itself. See, here at Samadhi, it's not just about positivity. It's not only about negativity. It's about something much more deeper, raw, real, organic, true, genuine, and authentic. It's about the real you that you were born, designed, and destined to be. And the real secret of all secrets, and this is the divine conspiracy of one love consciousness, is that you already are that you're seeking right here, right now. And there's nothing you can do or not do to not be who you are. And we hear a word that is so known throughout the world. It's called paranoia. And paranoia is believing that the universe is against you. Believing that you're wrong and you have to earn and you have to work towards something to be enough. This is paranoia, and this is the source of paranoia. Ignorance of the true self. But when you awaken to pronoia, that I could tell you from personal experience, nothing outside of me affects Michael. Only, and I'll be honest, only certain family situations where Michael falls asleep because he thinks he cares too much. But really, Michael's making it about Michael instead of being present with what is and the people around Michael. So it's about pronoia, the deep knowing that the entire universe is working for you, yes, you, always in your highest good. See, the universe is designed by a flawless system that's being created by God. But when you are fighting that, it feels like that's not true. But like we said earlier, your whole body operates for your highest good. Even if you are, maybe you have 3 months to live, 6 months to live. Even if you are in that situation, think about what your body is doing to expand 3 months, 6 months, and even more. Because when you take ownership of life, you tune into the God force, the love force that you are. We all get caught up in whose story is more right or more real or more wrong or more ugly, whether it's family, country, or even the world. But the truth is, all wars and all conflicts come from within. There is a great conspiracy, and I'm not talking about your government conspiracy, I'm not talking about your secret society conspiracy. Those have nothing on the conspiracy that I'm sharing with you today. See, the secret societies don't have nothing on Michael. Even if they were to kill Michael, they cannot stop the conspiracy that Michael is aware of. And that greatest conspiracy is the divine conspiracy of one love. See, one thing that we cannot deny is that one love runs this world. You and I are all united by one consciousness of love. And to awaken to this is the truth that we are all looking for, but the truth of who we are. And it's the ego that is the dream. It's the ego that is asleep. This virtual reality, and I'm not talking about just these phones. That's a sense of virtual reality because you're here but you're not. But how are you listening to this no matter where you are in the world? You're listening to it now. When you watch the replay, you're watching it now. You're watching it now. Because that's the truth beyond the truth, is that now is the only thing that matters. So, as what you call Michael Post, what the world calls Michael Post, what says a birth certificate, the co-founder of Samadhi Sea of Wisdom Meditation School, which is only a character, it's not the truth of who Michael is. But he often reminds us, where I said it's not about positivity. It's not about negativity. See, when you get caught up in positivity, negativity, you're in this state of war. State of war. Because positivity is what looks good, what sounds good, what feels good. And negativity is what doesn't look good, what doesn't feel good, what doesn't sound good. But yet if you ask yourself, have you ever had a life experience where something that you didn't want to go through, after reflecting on it, you realize that's exactly what you needed because you wouldn't see what you're seeing now that you see. So really is negativity? Because if you ask yourself, is really negativity positive? But how can negativity be positive? That's a whole nother video. And that's how we offer support. So if you need support, this is where we dive into. Because the external reality is less than 1% of your reality. And this is the gift that I share with the world. After over 25 years of helping powerful souls go from locked up to freed up in any situation that they've been in, I've worked with all situations. And I give the glory to God, the God within us all. I've learned that the ego, I've realized that the ego, and that's just a taste, is not more real than God. It's simply an illusion. For years, Michael Post for years tried to edge God out. Every opportunity. You can ask my mom. You can ask Michael's mom right here. How many times did people try to help Michael? And Michael said, no, thank you.
Lots of times.
Did I ever want the help?
No.
And how much support did I have?
A lot of support.
A lot of Christian support, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Michael didn't want the help.
No. Michael didn't want no help.
And Michael wanted to go where? It's okay if you say it. Where did Michael want to go?
To fight?
Where in the religion?
Oh, in the religion.
Where did I want to go?
To hell?
To hell. I was convicted to go to hell. And she's my witness. She had dealt with so much because when the ego is in control, it only sees what it wants to see. So even though I had all the support, all the help, Michael did not want the help. And there's so many of you that are asking, that are praying for God to send you a sign, for God to send you someone that can help you, when really it's you. But God will send you someone to mirror to you. You. And sometimes it's a mirror that we don't want to see. But when it's a mirror that we don't want to see, we shatter the illusions. Samuel Nunez, great to see you, beautiful mirror. So my point is this. Did you want to stay on the camera?
No.
No? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mom.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mama. Because also her prayers helped so much. If it wasn't for her prayers, and even though she wasn't aware of how to pray back then, but she prayed from the best place that she could, which was her heart.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today.
But God had a call in your life.
Yeah. And the reason why I share this is because you all are being called. I love to say this. All of us are called. Every single one of us are called. But very few choose to choose themselves. We want to choose everybody else. We want to choose that everybody else is happy. Or when I help as many as, certain amount of people, I'll feel better. God will see me. But yet, you take care of yourself in the most simple of ways. You brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you take a shower, you take care of your vehicles, because if you don't take care of your vehicles, it's not going to take you anywhere. So we focus so much on taking care of the outside. Oh, you want to move it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please.
Of course, Mom. So we take care so much on the outside, but we forget the importance of the inside. Because the inside is the foundational piece of life. No one can live your life but you. And I heard this, which I didn't want to hear it, and I'm about to read this. Daniel Bowling, great to see you, beautiful mirror. Is that self-discipline is self-love. So many of us are using self-love to not be self-disciplined. And if you look at the word self-discipline, it comes from the word disciple. To disciple oneself is to be self-disciplined. So, let's see, where was I? So I tried to edge God out for so many years. Even when I found this journey, I didn't believe I was worthy of it. Michael didn't believe he was worthy of it. But it was really not Michael, it was the ego. It was the character. It was the stories. They didn't think they were worthy. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't think you were worthy, you wouldn't be alive. If you didn't know you were worthy, because you know your worth, at the deepest state, you know your worth. So now, Michael clearly sees that the ego is God's most faithful servant. We just have to surrender and love and let that love accept that love to guide the ego. Because without love, the ego is blind. And the ego is meant to be your servant. So if it seems like you're a master, if you're listening to the thoughts that you think, and you're letting those thoughts run your life, then you're letting the ego that you think is God run your life. And I know that's a very uncomfortable thing to hear. Trust me. I've been there. When people say, oh no, I worship God. Well, do you listen to your thoughts? Yeah, well then you think you're worshiping God, but you're worshiping your thoughts because you haven't transcended your thoughts to realize who God truly is. God is beyond your thoughts. God is beyond your emotions. And when I say God, please know that I say whatever that you believe in, because me saying it or not saying it is not going to take away the very potent truth of its source that it is. I'm no one. Michael is no one to be able to affect God, no matter what Michael does. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So little Michael, thinking that he was affecting God, was the ego using that to manipulate Michael, thinking that he wasn't good enough. And that's what happens with a lot of us. Right? Right, Mom?
Yes.
So, because we just had a session on that, right?
Yes.
And do you want to share a little bit? No? Okay. I'll respect that. It's okay, Mama. It's okay. I asked her if she wanted to sit here with me. But my point is this. To truly serve God is to surrender the head, the thoughts, the stories, so that God could be of service through them. So if you're using your thoughts and your stories to justify why you're not good enough, why you're not saved enough, loved enough, then you're really worshiping a false idol, which is the ego. So, continuing. My Vibrillionaire example. So if you don't know what Vibrillionaire means, is how they say in the physical world to 10x your life? Like when you 10x your life, it's because you've done something and now 10 times better than before. But Vibrillionaire is you're going to the source and you're transforming, not the outside. You're not waiting for the outside to transform. See, so many of us are waiting for the outside to transform that we only transform temporarily. But then we recycle and we're back to square one. And I know a lot of you watching this have experienced that. You get a new partner. This is not the one. You get a new job. Oh, no, this is not the one. You change locations. Oh, no, this is not the one. You read a new book and you do a new course. You do all these different things and you really just come back to the dog chasing its tail. To Vibrillionaire your life is to transform from within so that your outside transforms to you instead of you transforming to your outside. But if you're waiting for the outside to transform to you, then that means you're accepting you're a puppet. But when you transform from within, you realize you are the creator of your reality. So to remind you, my Vibrillionaire's mission is simple. To remind you that the love within you is your true power, your true source, your truth. And to serve as a reflection of that love through the one light of the one love I am God consciousness. When you say I am, what is behind that? I'm not worthy. Then you're saying that God is not worthy. Because you're talking to the God within you, that you, God, is not worthy. Think about that for a moment. You know what? I'll do this tomorrow because I already took in so much time today. So if you're ready to remember who you truly are, to awaken to your true self, and to experience the freedom of living from your soul, beyond the human, yet the human be the servant of the soul, I invite you to join me in the Samadhi community on this journey. We've already started a group with people that are higher vibration consciousness that we're getting together so that we can magnify more love on this planet. This is a call to action for all high-performing coaches, leaders, and souls who are ready to live a life of freedom. Not just freedom from external systems, but soul freedom that comes from knowing and living as your divine self. Know thyself, and you shall know God, because you will realize you are God. Are you ready to experience the divine conspiracy of one love for yourself? Drop a comment, shoot me a direct message, or sign up to join our community and be a part of this movement of consciousness. Let's uplift, unite, and remember together the true power of who we are. Together, we can leave a lasting legacy, a loving, living, loving, luminous legacy for the world. I'll be taking the next few days to dive even deeper into this beautiful work of love and consciousness. But I'll be back soon with much, much more, as I'm working on so much behind the scenes. Here, I came to visit, I'm letting a lot go. All I've been doing is lives, right, Mom?
Yes.
Because here, I'm on vacation. But my vacation is work.
Yes.
Because when you love what you do, your vacation and work are no different. So, who's ready to live? Are you ready? Who's ready to live the Vibrillionaire Soulpreneur Love Style Revolution? Support us. Oh. Support it. Thank you, Mama. Support us by investing in your clothing to share with the world what a Vibrillionaire soul means, not just by words, but with your actions. Join us as we consciously connect, collaborate, and activate the deepest parts of our being. We are here, and we're not going anywhere. And as long as I have breath in my lungs, as long as my heart beats, as long as I'm here alive, I will not stop. I'll be sharing much more tomorrow, but my gratitude for today is the divine conspiracy of one love consciousness. Thank you, Mama.
Bye.
What are you grateful?
Blessings to all of you.
What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful. I had a session and I was very, very low, very depressed, and I'm gonna say why. Because I lost all my cards, identity, credit cards, and everything. And I said, God, what are you trying to show me through me losing these cards? Show me what am I supposed to learn? And today I had a session, and that was the reason, because I need to learn to love myself unconditionally.
What did the speaker say when we were doing the session?
No battery, charge.
Please charge.
Oh, please charge.
That was the message. When you have a low battery, you're forgetting who you are.
So thank you for listening to my son Michael's videos, and God bless you in abundance and everything.
Thank you, Mama. And if it wasn't for this work, how was your son before?
A rebel.
But how did you see your son? Like, could you talk to him?
No.
He was just a monster, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
You were afraid of your son, huh?
Sometimes.
Be honest.
Yes,
you were
I was
afraid
afraid
of your son.
of my son.
And I'm not trying to put words in your mouth.
But
there
I
was
just
no denying it.
kept praying and praying and praying to God the way that I believe, because I am a Christian. I don't go to church, but I still believe that God is inside of me, and He's the one that guides me and directs me and discipline me too, because I'm His child.
And if you want to go to church, you can go to church because now you see that Christ is in everyone.
So God bless you all. I'm not a fan of cameras, and
She's
my
not.
son knows.
She's not. Thank you, Mom. And let me tell you what an honor it is, because the greatest gift that a child can render to their parents is their own freedom of their own consciousness. There is no greater gift that I can give back to you, because Michael took so much from you. This woman paid thousands and thousands of dollars on restitution for probation, parole. She got me out of so many jams. She never gave up on me. She never gave up on her son. And I'm asking for parents to never give up on you. Because on your children you don't give up. But why do you give up on yourself? So, to see her love herself, to see her put herself first, and not the ego, but to put that child of God first, that will communicate, that will connect, that will contribute to the child of God in everyone. It's such a beautiful, it's a beautiful gift. And let me tell you, as coaches, which I really don't resonate with that title, but in this world you have to resonate with something. But as coaches, to manifest your own mother as your, thank you, Ali, as well, as your client or whatever, because she does her weekly sessions and sometimes more. To see the transformation in her that goes generations. I mean, today you transformed a generational curse, what we'll call it, just for people who know what we're talking about, with your grandma and your great grandma that we tune into today. And you communicated with them, you transformed with them. That is a beautiful thing, is to know that her daughter and her granddaughter and their grandchildren will no longer have that go through their cycle. Now you tell me, it's not just a session. It's a transformational causal anointing.
Praise God, and just thank you to Ali, which she is my daughter.
Mwah, we love you.
She is Michael's wife, but she is my beautiful, amazing, loving daughter too.
And we say this
Blessings.
because I started the video. It's not about Michael. I'm here to glorify and testify and witness to God's love. To God's love. This is God's love. This couldn't have happened without God's love. If it was ego, we would be not communicating because we didn't talk. Before we would just say, what, Mom? Hi, Mom. And then just walk by. That was our relationship. Hi, Mom. Hi, son. And that's it. Michael didn't talk.
No.
So what I'm getting at is when you see this, that is the potential that exists within each human. It's not something special with Michael and Alice and Adelina.
No.
It's something within each and every single one of us that Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, Mary Magdalene, Mother Teresa, on and on and on, that they gave us. They were giving us the keys. They were giving us the keys, but we forgot. We forgot what we forgot that we forgot. So now we get to remember what we remember that we are remembering.
You can put the camera one more time, that's it.
So Mom wants to put the camera one more time, and that's it.
Namaste, and God bless you, all of you, and guide you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Namaste.
So share this video and let someone know that let go of the conspiracy outside. Let go of the complaining, judging, and criticizing and pointing that others need to change instead of being that shift that you wish to see in the world. Those are the ones that are crazy enough to believe that not that they could change the world, but to believe that they can change a part of themselves, are the ones that are crazy enough to do so, and those are the ones that are the catalyst for the shift of what we're seeing today. So thank you so much. And as always, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you truly are.